Welcome. In this quick video, I'm going to introduce Scratch's MyBlocks. MyBlocks are closest to broadcasting a message, which you may be familiar from in um, right around here when I receive a message and broadcasting a message. So MyBlocks are a little bit similar to that. But they're more targeted and more performant. And if you're planning to stick with a project for a while and want to keep performant clean and maintainable, MyBlocks are worth learning. Before focusing on the potential performance gains, use MyBlocks to reduce repeating the same code. Professionals know that every time you repeat code, you increase your chance of creating new errors. So let's do a demonstration of code that needs to be repeated multiple times. So we're going to create like a scene where we have our cat here walking and talking to Jordan. So in order for him to walk and talk to Jordan, he's got to move to Jordan. So he's going to point towards Jordan, and then we're going to animate him moving towards Jordan by taking 10 steps closer to Jordan and moving, like doing the move animation. And we'll give it a little bit of speed there, 1/10 of a second. So this is going to point towards Jordan and keep going towards Jordan until we're touching Jordan. There, one step at a time, going through the multiple costumes to look like we're walking. So we can test that works, looks good. If we want to test it from another spot, we test from here, looks good. And then we also want to make sure that if we're too far down, that it doesn't rotate the sprite, that we're using left-right rotation. So that way, like down here, the cat's not going to point straight up. All right, that looks great. And then the last thing we want to do is talk to Jordan, like say hello or something. So this way, the cat won't talk until it touches Jordan. So now we have a bunch of blocks here. And say we want the cat to talk to a different sprite, to Dinosaur 5. Now, do we do that? Do we want to repeat all these blocks again? It's really not a good way to do it. It's better if we can reuse all these blocks. So MyBlocks are custom blocks you create yourself. They let you bundle a group of blocks, such as this group right here, to a single block. It's teaching Scratch a new block, one that you design. Let's create a MyBlock to have our character walk and talk to another character. We determine that we will change every time our MyBlock is called. We determined what we will change every time our MyBlock is called as we talk to another character. One thing we're going to change is the target. So one time it's going to be George Jocelyn or whatever, and the other time it's going to be Dinosaur. It's always a different target. And another thing we're going to change is what we say. One time we're going to say hello, another time we might say, I want a chicken, or whatever you want to do there. So this is our design area for MyBlock. How we define what happens whenever we call our MyBlock is in this spot. So what that is everything right here. So we're going to move everything over. And then to actually call MyBlock, we'll just drag in the block here where we want it to be copied. So the first time we want it to say target Jordan still. And to say Jordan want to go running. Looks like Jordan likes to run. And the other time we want to target Dinosaur 5. And then ask it a question, maybe. And then this is going to call the target here. Sending the parameters for the target is the first thing. And the second thing is say. And we have to define how our function uses those. So the target is replaced, like Jordan is going to be replaced with target. Wherever we see Jordan becomes target. Then whenever we see what we want to say, we replace it with say. And then both of these calls will modify those when this my block is called. So if we do a demo here, we're going to start the cat up there, run it, walks to Jordan first, then we'll want to go running, then immediately walks over to the dinosaurs and says, "Are you a T-Rex?" And we didn't have to repeat our code. And if we wanted to change something, like say we wanted to move the cat twice as fast, so move 20 steps instead of 10, we just change it in one place rather than twice. And it changes for all of them. Or if we want to add a third character, say we want to add Devin over here, and we want the cat to talk to Devin too. So now we just target Devin, and we say, "Did you know it's about to go run?" And now the cat's going to talk to Jordan first, talk to the dinosaur, and then talk to Devin. And now we have a functioning my block. Another reason to look into my blocks that I won't go into this video is they can be used for performance gains in multiple ways. Different than using message broadcasting, my blocks are run only by the clone that is using that my block. This can eliminate a lot of if checks. Another good performance gain is this run without screen refresh right here, this checkbox. Learning when to use this little checkbox can give your game a huge performance boost. All right, that's all I'm going to talk about my blocks in this video. Thanks, bye.